last night, Dave? Anything in particular you want to touch? We had Paul Heyman come back. Nice little sighting with him, kind of teasing a possible feud maybe with Balor and Brock Lesnar. That was kind of interesting. Um, I know a lot of people want to see that match, but could you really? I know the Daniel Bryan story and he overcame the odds and all that, but can you see um, realistically Balor beating Brock without maybe some kind of help?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe the club helps them. I mean, other than that,
Yeah, maybe the club helps them.
that'd be interesting. I mean, I would much rather see, even though he shitted on it a little bit, Payman did. I would much rather see Joe versus Brock, honestly.
Joe versus Brock would be nice. Yes, I agree. Again, this is a reminder. This is Get the Tables podcast. This is episode number 64. We are exactly 1 month away. Yes, UFC is a real sport. No shit. We know that. Wrestling's fake. We know that. Thank you for letting us know again for the millionth time. This is the Tables podcast, episode 64. We are 1 month away exactly from our 1 year anniversary. We'll be doing another giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a WWE Loot Crate. So hopefully you guys are in here. Hit that follow button, hit those hearts, share on Twitter. Those are it's very much appreciated. And maybe you can win a Loot Crate at the Money in the Bank. Pay-per-view. Let's see. Anything else to touch on with Raw last Monday night? Other than no Strowman, Apollo Crews takes a loss against Kalisto. I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm sure we'll see them again on Extreme Rules. Not so much anything else, right? Is there anything else you want to touch on, Raw?
I just really enjoyed the whole Goldust thing, but other than that, it's one of my favorite parts of Raw last night. You know?
It seems like a lot of people are really yeah, I did. Are really enjoying this Goldust heel turn. He's actually looking like
old school
that he's might be possibly getting some sort of push. Do you think it leads to something, or do you think it leads to nothing?
You know what would have been really cool if Emelina did come back and Emelina was like the new Marlena type thing, you know, that'd been really cool. But yeah, I mean, I hope he does go back to the old Goldust. I mean, like, it seems like he's going there. And we've been talking about it. I think I talked about it, tweeted about it maybe a few times about how I want to see Goldust turn heel again. Because at WrestleMania, he was rocking in the Battle Royal his old school gear, I believe. Like his old, like that old gear he had on. So yeah, I really liked it. I mean, I want this full-on Goldust heel turn, like really like old school stuff. And it's the best thing going right now, I think.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Hit that follow button if you can. We are live every Tuesday night or every other week. If you can, stay around and join. Keep interacting with the people in the chat. We got some good people in here that come every night. Appreciate all the hearts. The hearts, the more the hearts, the merrier. Gets more people into our broadcast and gets more people to interact with you guys. So the more the hearts, the better. Goldust versus Dean, IC title. Why not? Yeah, it could happen. Never know.
Parking lot brawl. He looks just Piper.
Right, you never know. So, like we said, we'll be live next week on Tuesday night. We'll touch more on Extreme Rules. We'll give our kind of a little bit of a predictions and preview the pay-per-view and touch a little bit more on anything that happens on Raw and SmackDown next week. So let's move on to SmackDown, which a lot of stuff happened on SmackDown tonight. They announced the Money in the Bank participants for the men. They announced a Fatal 5-Way #1 contendership for the women next week on SmackDown Live. We had Nakamura finally debuted on SmackDown Live in a tag match. We had Jinder Mahal's championship celebration, and Corbin and Zayn went one-on-one. Also in a tag title match. Also.
Destroyed Zayn, so I wonder if they're both going to be eliminated from that match now.
I'm sorry?
You know? Also, Corbin destroyed Zayn, so...
Yeah, to me, there's the Money in the Bank women's match was a rumor. Yes, that's a rumor going around. It could still happen. We don't know what's going to happen next week, but yes, hopefully that does come true. But I was thinking maybe Corbin did take out Zayn, and Zayn is out of the match, and maybe that's how they insert Rusev, possibly.
That would be interesting, yeah. Or you get rid of Corbin for doing that. I don't know.
You suspend Corbin, yeah. They can maybe do a suspending Corbin kind of thing like they did before. They did suspend him before.
Corbin did though. I like what Corbin did during that brawl where he's like, "Get away, get away." He's telling the refs to get away so he didn't hit him again. I love that little tidbit they put in there where
It's the
Corbin's
little things that they do that,
stay away from me, ref. Stay away from me.
Ty should be in the match. Okay, Dillinger should be in the match. Yeah, a lot of there's a lot of replacements that they could add into the match to make it not more interesting.
It would make the most sense though. Like you said, Rusev would make a lot of sense to throw in there.
Yeah,
And you can have Corbin about to win, and Zayn comes running out and costs him the match, and that continues their feud.
Right. Yeah. There you go. I just wondering when Rusev finally will return. Is it going to be at Money in the Bank? Cost someone a match?
You know, I want to see New Day already. But I know they're waiting for Kofi to come back and get fully healed. So I mean, I don't know. I just like to see the New Day already.
More interesting and still keep it kayfabe. Yeah. How bad did Corbin beat up Zayn? Pretty good. Took him out. I'm sorry, I didn't see your last comment there, Jimmy. But yeah, he took him out pretty good. So they took him out on a stretcher as well. So it's possible that they could kayfabe it, make it seem like Zayn is out for a while, and then he returns that Money in the Bank, like Dave mentioned, and costs Corbin the briefcase. So imagine, because the crowd will go nuts if that does happen. Speaking of that, we didn't even announce who's in it. They announced AJ Styles. It's okay. It's okay. Owens doesn't need to be in the match. And that's what Dave said as well. Hope my guy Corbin wins. We'll see. Kevin Owens is in it. AJ Styles. Then Sami Zayn, Nakamura, and Dolph Ziggler. Have an American cash in on Jinder. I don't know. Okay, if you were going to guess right now with these 6 men, who's going to grab the briefcase?
I said this last night or Sunday night on our show. If Nakamura's in the match, he better win it because you don't want to waste his body on just a match he's going to lose. So I would say Nakamura. Right now.
Okay, Nakamura.
Because that's just stupid to waste him. He's an older wrestler. To waste his body on like a freaking ladder match like that, he's not going to win. So yeah, that's my opinion on it.
Yeah, we see Styles, we see Corbin. This one to me is a toss-up, honestly.
Corbin's not going to win it. I'm sorry.
If Nakamura is on deck for a huge push, to be honest. Oh yeah, it's going to happen. In the future, I'm sure in WrestleMania, he's going to be facing for a title of some sort. But right now, I think it's a toss-up. If Rusev is in it, I think Rusev wins.
Okay, but my whole opinion on the whole, if Nakamura to me is going to be.
I understand your point. Yeah, maybe he's in the match and he doesn't take a lot of bumps,
Or maybe we get somebody who attacks him. I don't know, like maybe you get something like I don't know who wouldn't be in it, like who wouldn't be in the match and they come out and attack him. I'm trying to think who's on SmackDown that would come out and attack him, but I don't know. I'm trying.
I think it's realistic, yeah. Random question: does Adam Cole come to WWE or NXT soon? I would expect Adam Cole to go to NXT.
By SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, NXT Takeover, or Survivor Series NXT Takeover.
He just shows up, like in the crowd and then they do like the Bobby Roode thing where he shows up at a couple takeovers sitting there.
Eric Rowan attacks somebody. Yeah, Eric Rowan Nakamura feud. That'd be it. Maybe they turn Luke Harper heel, and
I don't know.
He attacks Nakamura.
There's so many guys I would rather see Nakamura feud with. I'm sorry, no offense to Eric Rowan or Harper. I would just rather see Nakamura feud with so many other people.
You would have to assume that if Nakamura is in a feud, he's going to need someone that can talk. NXT can use the star power, no realistic challenges for Rude.
John Cena out there, that would be really interesting. John Cena Nakamura at SummerSlam.
Corbin wins, I'll look like a genius. Man, okay, first off, Corbin has been rumored to be getting a push anyways. So him winning the Money in the Bank would not be some kind of like
Yeah.
And Texas Kid for Life just said it. If you said Dolph Ziggler gets it and you actually get it, then I'll give you some credits. But Corbin is also a realistic guy.
He's a young, up-and-coming guy, but to me, he's getting pushed down, if anything, because he lost like 30, even though he beat down.
I think that was more for the beatdown in time, with the SmackDown going on, that they threw the tag title match.
I get that, which is really kind of odd, but yeah.
So there's the Money in the Bank. We'll see what happens there, if anybody gets taken out or added in. They also announced at Money in the Bank, that Jinder Mahal will get his rematch against Randy Orton, and it's in Randy Orton's hometown. So
Gonna be in trouble.
Could this be the hometown curse? But we shall see there. But speaking of Jinder Mahal, tonight, did Jinder Mahal to you look like a legit champion?
Well, he had the title, so he should look like legit.
Because everybody's mindset is.
I didn't say this Sunday night, which I thought I should have, but I wonder what Del Rio is thinking right now, because this would probably be him right now. You know that, if anything, even though they're doing the India thing, but they wanted some guy they could give a foreigner, not trying to sound just, but a foreigner, a title push. It seems like that, and it seemed like if Del Rio would have stuck around for SmackDown a little bit longer, he would probably be in a spot like this right now.
Yeah, and looks like a champion, because a lot of people
saying, does Jinder look legit to you right now? Yeah, I get. I guess he does. A lot of people are still gonna hate him who he is. They're gonna hate how either they say he's voided up, they just don't like him because he was in 3MB and all that. They just don't like it at all. They can't accept somebody like that. I would rather take Jinder over Reigns. I'm sorry. I would take Jinder over Reigns. And a majority of people on Twitter last night, I asked that same question during Raw. Like, who do you hate more, Reigns or Jinder Mahal? And Reigns won by a landslide.
My thing is, if you really want to know more about Jinder, and you want to say that he does steroids and all that, listen to Jericho's podcast. Jinder Mahal is on it. He explains what he did and what kind of transition that he went through, and it explains what he actually did. And he was working out and doing all this stuff before he came into the WWE. He got more into it when he got into WWE, but he was swolled up, working out and doing all this stuff before he came into WWE. So I think it's just unfair, honestly, for people just to say that he's roided up and all this stuff. That's just a little bit unfair when he hasn't failed anything. He hasn't been proven to be taking steroids. And, give the man a shot. I thought tonight the celebration was fantastic. I thought it was great. He looked good.
He's a heel. He's getting reaction. He is. But I can see the side of that point where people would question that, though, because if you go back and look at him when he was in 3MB, he was like really small.
Right, but see, he talks about what happened there, and
I'm just saying I agree. I don't think he's right up, but I'm just saying I can see where people would question that.
Hello.
How he looks.
Because he talks about on the podcast where he said in 3MB he stopped taking things seriously. He didn't, he stopped taking care of himself. And now he's a more positive person, stuff like that. It just, before you judge person, it's, you can't really judge a book by its cover. Honestly, check it out. I think it's a read that you'll actually be interested in. We started hanging out with Brock Lesnar. Funny. Also,
no one questioned Daniel Bryan, did they?
What's that?
When he first came in, Daniel Bryan was super small. And then he got beefed up a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's all about, taking care of yourself, and that's what he's doing. Also, they announced next week on SmackDown Live we'll get a fatal 5-way match to determine who will face Naomi at Money in the Bank. It's Carmella, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, and Natalya.
I said it was an elimination match?
Yeah, it's an elimination match. So just because they're going to have a match for the women's title at the Money in the Bank match doesn't mean that there won't be a Money in the Bank match for the women.
It would like 4 women though,
Maybe
because there
4 or 5 women in it. But
unless you bring in Lana or Nikki Bella back, which who knows, maybe within 4 weeks. I mean, maybe.
gender now, it's Tamina time. Oh goodness gracious, I don't know about all that. I don't know. I think maybe Naomi keeps it for a little bit.
I don't know. I think she's kind of a transitional champion, or she's just gonna give it to somebody else. Eventually, it's gonna be Charlotte, I would assume.
Yeah, probably.
Title.
Maybe at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We'll get those. I don't think we'll see Charlotte at Money in the Bank versus Naomi.
I think any match, honestly, that they want to do I wouldn't be surprised if it's Becky Lynch and Charlotte at SummerSlam for the title.
Yeah, or maybe a triple threat either. You never know.
Who would you put in the triple threat?
Becky Lynch and
I know, but if you think Naomi would still be for the title, okay.
Yeah, I don't think Naomi's losing it at Money in the Bank. So that Asuka treated, she was at Backlash. She was probably at Backlash, but like in the
she was there.
back in the locker room, probably just watching.
Yeah, I've seen that photo. She cheated from like up some suite or up top or something like that.
Yeah. McIntyre was there as well, and
yeah, a bunch of people were there.
Yeah, so they were probably just checking out the
NXT Takeover as well. So I mean, a bunch of
probably just checking out the show. Yeah. So before we got about 5 more minutes before the show ends. We'll wrap up SmackDown Live. We had Nakamura and Styles team up. I'm not sure if this is the first time ever they teamed up. I'm sure it's not.
He said it was. I don't think because Styles was Bullet Club and Nakamura wasn't.
Okay, so this is the first time these 2 guys have actually teamed up. They took on Owens and Dolph Ziggler. Solid tag match.
Yeah, that was good.
I like the stare down between Nakamura and Styles at the end. That was nice. Nice little tease. I forgot to mention we also had a tag title match between Breezango and the Usos. I thought that finish was great.
Dude, can we talk about Fashion Files? That thing was hilarious. I was dying watching that thing.
Yeah, Fashion Files is great. I hope that doesn't die away. I was really hoping they win the titles so we could see more of this, but I get it, dude. Yeah. They're not ready to drop it from the Usos, and it's probably ready for a new day.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but
I mean,
just that Fashion Files episode was great because they went into Shane's office, and just because when they said commissioner, I just started dying. I was like, "Oh, the commissioner."
Yeah, and he was like, "You're not real cops," and he's like, "Yeah, we know." That shit was funny because, I mean,
I need to keep this stuff. It's the hottest thing right now.
Right. I mean, kudos to those guys for taking this to the next level. Again, this
is the writer.
Yeah, too. Again, this is Get the Tables podcast, episode 64. We want to thank the total of 60 viewers tonight. That's awesome and extremely
news that was going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch on that as well. Extremely thankful for that. If you can, hit that follow button. If you can, guys, hit those hearts. Well, the hearts are what gets us going. The more hearts, the more people will come in here. So if you can't hit those hearts, those are very, very much appreciated. The hearts are very appreciated. Also, Triple H announced that there will be a women's tournament. It's going to be going on in July. Not much details on it. Just, that it's going to be in July. And I'm not sure how many women are in it, but it's going to probably be the same as
32.
Yeah, so it's going to be from all over the world. Different nations, different races.
Going around, there's going to be
classic.
Gargano's supposed to be in it. Jade / Mia Yim, Marty Bell. There's just a few that are being thrown out there.
I'm curious to see what they do and how and who wins it. I guess we got to find out to see actually who's in the tournament itself. Maybe I wonder if we see the. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's actually the Mae Young Classic. Yes.
What if they put Asuka in it? That'd be crazy. Because Asuka would be in the finals, and I don't think she'd lose.
I think it's more talent. Like
I know. I'm just saying, that'd be if she was in there. That'd be interesting to see how they would book her.
See, I say this, but I agree with Texas Kid as well. I don't. Even I told you this earlier that he said he doesn't agree with the name. I really don't either, but I get it because he's more popular. Like you even made a perfect name for it earlier when we were talking offline. What was the name you said it should have been, or would have liked?
No, I just said it was her name, Fabulous Moolah Tournament.
That would be a perfect name for the tournament. The Fabulous Moolah Tournament. I mean, that would have been perfect.
I guess it's Dave. I don't know. I don't know why they used her. Maybe they'll explain more
Yeah.
when they.
It's possible,
Why
yeah.
not the China Classic? Oh Lord, that's the last one I would probably use. I wonder if she goes into the Hall of Fame. That'd be next. Is Mae Young's in the Hall of Fame, right? Yeah, she's in there.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's pretty much about it for tonight. We want to thank everybody for popping in. We will be back next week, guys. Justin may be here. He may not. We'll see. It all depends on how his internet's going. But Dave and I will be here. We'll touch on Extreme Rules, touch on anything wrestling related. New Day just came back. Really?
Tim.
SmackDown must have been on Talking Smack. On Talking Smack, he says.
Oh, really? I want to check that out.
Yeah, check that out. Let me go on the little Twitter feed and see if that's you've never heard of Talking Smack? Oh, he's put damn it. I was about to say what I thought he'd never heard of Talking Smack. I was about to say. I know Kofi Kingston's been
I heard that there was talk that they're going to return this week. Maybe they just ran out of time. That match went about 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
Man, holy crap. I mean, man, I was going to say Raw had a good week, but man, I didn't. Nakamura debuting on TV, wrestling on TV. Jeez, that was freaking, that killed. To me, that made it SmackDown the better show right there. We just having Nakamura and AJ Styles as a tag team, like, holy crap.
And then we had
a lot of that feud.
Yeah, and we had the split screen going again, so that was nice for a change.
Split screen. You just missed it.
During the commercials.
Which one? Which match?
On all of them. I'm not all of them, but a couple of them. The women's.
I must have not even paid attention. I probably wasn't paying attention to the women's at all.
Yeah. Tribes suck.
I'm just.
What else is new?
I just didn't really care, you know. I mean, because I'm glad they announced that.
Big one lead. That doesn't hurt my feelings.
And I'm getting so sick. It reminds me of the Women's Revolution when they kept doing the team crap over and over, and I was just getting sick and tired. Why they finally announced they're doing something different next week? It's getting old. And where's the American Alpha at? Jeez.
Yeah, where is American Alpha at? Did one of them get hurt, maybe?
Oh, just didn't make it to TV, I guess. See, that's why I know everyone's against 3 hours SmackDowns, but they could really use another hour, or at least another 30 minutes for a SmackDown.
Oh, yes, they're back. The New Day has arrived, Talking Smack. Oh, gosh.
Announce it on SmackDown or nothing. That's kind of surprising. I didn't hear anything.
And that's what makes you have to watch Talking Smack. So that's cool. I wanted to definitely check that out. Thank you for letting us know that on here. Appreciate that. We highly appreciate you guys coming in here and talking to us and chit-chatting us with wrestling. Again, we'll be back next week, next Tuesday night, 10 Eastern, about 10:15 Eastern. We pop on here. We'll touch on Extreme Rules and everything about that. If again, please hit that follow button, hit those hearts if you can. All the replay viewers, we appreciate you checking us out. And also,
match for next week.
I'm sorry?
I think we got our tag title match for Money in the Bank.
Oh, yeah, maybe. New Day versus the Usos. I wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah, we'll touch more about that tomorrow, next week. Thank you again. Follow us on Twitter. Texas Kid, if you don't mind putting our Twitter handle in the chat. Hit us up on Twitter. We always love interacting. That's cool, man. Appreciate that. And you guys have a great night, and we will see you guys next Tuesday night. Any last words, Dave, before we head out?
That should be it.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and we will see you then.